No, we didn't expect you to get this far. Why are you still going? Well, go fuck yourself.
Give it time. Give it time.
Yeah. Yeah, so who wants to give me the recap of last session? Actually, I think Kopelu, since you, it should be you.
No, no, it should not be me.
No.
Yeah, I think it should be.
No, because I was a lightning bolt the entire time, so I have no idea. You know who was dying. I just know people started dying around me.
Well, it can't be Dr. Z either because he was like
All right. So
500 feet away from everything. Unfortunately, sorry about
That's
that.
true. You never made it to the battle, did you?
No.
all right, then apparently since it was the Melvin Mar show, last time on the Adventures of Pest Control Services,
Melvin Mar
our
tried to get
wayward
us a
group
party
of
wipe.
adventurers comprised of Melvin Mar, Kopelu, and Dr. Z chased down the rogue druid that escaped into the woods the session before. Upon acquiring their target several hundred yards away, in the midst of a druidic
Summoning.
ritual of some kind to summon a demon from the depths of the abyss, we mounted a small recon mission with Kopelu as a ball of lightning in the sky, giving distraction as Melvin Mar snuck up ahead of Dr. Z. Little did we know, Strahd himself was on horseback patrolling the area.
Well,
Well,
he wasn't
conflict-
patrolling the area, man. He was coming from like outside of the fog from the,
He was
the church
100%
town.
patrolling the area.
Ah.
100% patrolling. He was part of the whole thing. I know for sure. Anyway,
It's true. The
beyond
got
the
told to get back
interruption,
in the fight, or be dead.
conflict broke out. At which point, Melvin Mar turned tail and ran back to the safety of the vantage point that Z had established, far away from the battleground. While Kopelu made the intelligent decision to hide as a small ball of lightning inside the pocket of one of the druids, causing chaos. Eventually, though hundreds of meters away, or hundreds of feet away, pardon me, for those of you on freedom units, made their way back to the battleground and managed to vanquish the foes that we had set out to initially. All the druids now dead. Strahd departed from the battlefield with a short but meaningful conversation with Melvin Mar.
Why don't you tell us, what did you guys talk about?
Well, first of all, I did ask the master druid which of the wines was his favorite, since he had been occupying the winery for quite some time.
And I believe at this point he was on the ground, on his knees, like
Quite defeated.
defeated, seeing that his master had tried to kill him. And Strahd allowed you to ask a question, and the question that you asked was, which wine is best?
That's which wine is best. Now, in this dejected, confused, and depressed reaction, he had mentioned that he had poisoned all of the wines in the winery. At which point I turned to Strahd. Melvin Mar had turned to Strahd and asked him a question in retort, which he would only answer if Melvin Mar, pardon me, were to burn the last living Master Druid alive, which I stepped forth and did. Hearing him shriek in death.
And burned he did.
Burned he did. Once Strahd had departed, we made our way back to the winery where we took a long rest and met with our I suppose the man in charge of this charge that we've been put on the path of, Davian Martikov. And now we need to find a way to depoison wines.
Who you know to be, if not affiliated, then involved with a group of ravens
Yes.
that have been present during most of your travels.
The Order of Ravens. So I'm guessing he's some sort of a shapeshifter? Any way to depoison wine? Or a
Why don't
druid?
we cut in now?
Wait, but you forgot the chase around with the staff as well as the wand and everything else.
where I burned his staff. Yeah,
Melvin Mar, upon grabbing the staff,
not grabbing, but requesting.
requesting, and then upon touching the staff is a nicer word for it, realized that the staff was capable of great things, but most of those things would all be evil, and no good can come of it, essentially. And so I believe you discussed with Z about its future, and then you brought all the twig blights together, and then you destroyed the staff in front of them, and all of the blights were destroyed with it.
Justified and righteous. Thank you very much.
And I'd like to point out that Kopo had lent that to Z before that went to Vin.
Yes, and Kopu followed him around, and you're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then all of a sudden, he just snapped the fucking staff in half, and then Kopu was like, "What? You bitch!"
Melvin Mar is definitely on the hook for the anger of Kopo as a result, which I understand.
I was gonna say, so if Farhad ever goes away, I think I can step into Kopo.
You could, yeah.
Do the voice. I think I got it. Burn everything down. If it's chaotic, do it. And it's talk like this.
Pretty much. If it sounds like a terrible idea, you definitely want to do it.
Hey man, dinosaur cowboy putting out fires is not bad. That was a pretty end.
That's still my favorite, dude.
I never saw that one coming. And I'm pretty sure the person that wrote this campaign could have never, ever, ever thought that there would be a dinosaur with a cowboy riding him, putting out fires.
Firefighter with a cowboy on the back.
With an infinite jug of water.
Yeah.
But that's D&D, ladies and gents. So
Dungeons and Dragons, the places it will take you.
So now we cut to the next day, and you all leveled up to level 7.
Yes, we did.
Wee.
Which I don't think any of you get anything good at level 7, but it's another level.
We got stuff. We got more health.
Yeah.
More health, more spell slots. So you've had a rest, and you have come outside the next morning. You had the rest in the late afternoon, evening, because of the way that 66.66% of the party are currently cursed. And Davian is waiting with a number of ravens kind of perched in the rafters, just in like the little entryway of the winery. He says, "Friends, you have saved my winery. You have my thanks."
Oh yeah. No problem. Sure thing. Your wine's poisoned.
My what?
Yeah.
It's
all poison. It's like
he
all
told us that anyway.
Yeah.
In the last end of the last episode, he told us
did.
that. We knew that, but he also told us that.
Okay, we're recapping. Part of the recap.
Yeah. Yeah, recap. And he's like, "Yes, I knew that they did something to the vats. The wine in the barrels is still good, but unfortunately, if we do not find a way of cleansing the vats, this year's harvest will be lost."
This is perhaps something that Dr. Z may be able to help with.
I mean, maybe it's for the best. I mean, maybe everybody just needs to, I mean, I don't drink. I'm perfectly fine. Maybe
Who would
everyone
like
should
this
take a
wine?
We have been under the boot of a maniacal warlord for the last 400 years. One would say our wine is the only thing keeping us sane and alive.
Oh, please. Family, community, harvest celebrations, I'm sure. Good food, good company. The occasional glimpse of sunlight.
It's also the only way you're going to get into Kresik.
That is a good point. All right, so let's fix this one.
That's a DM. He doesn't actually say that out loud.
Also, Melvin, you may not be the best judge on this. Don't drink.
That's
Not
fair.
very much, anyway.
That's fair. I mean,
I believe when you came back yesterday, I mentioned that the children are safe. They have been taken in by a family in Kresik. And you have my thanks.
Did you figure out the cure for the curse? Because remember the were curse that you were gonna get that figured out.
That was 12 hours ago. I'm afraid that.
But I
we are
mean,
still looking into
I
it.
never saw you pass the rock over to anyone else. How was your sleep last night?
He didn't touch it.
Yeah, he
Remember?
did.
He let it
picked
drop.
it up. He picked it up.
No, he dropped it.
Did
He let it
didn't-
drop. Then
You threw it. You
I
threw
I
it.
tossed it at him.
Yeah.
He fell on the
he stepped
floor.
out of
He
the
picked
way.
it up and said, "With this, we can figure out a cure for it." He actually picked it up.
Oh, but he.
Oh,
he,
yeah,
like,
but he wrapped it up in a
Yeah,
yeah,
I think he picked
he
it
didn't
up, he
actually
wrapped
touch
it
it.
up.
Yes. I passed it on to the family in Kresik.
one of the children, while we were rescuing them, mentioned that he had hailed from El Terrell. Does that?
I've never heard of this city before.
Apparently, it's a large city that sits on the side of a mountain. Is there a mountain range within these lands where El Terrell could potentially exist?
There are not encampments. There are buildings in the mountain ranges to the southeast of here. No one lives there, however. They are dangerous, and anyone who ventures down that road does not come back.
Curious. All right.
And admittedly, seeing as how we are trapped in Barovia, there's not a lot of reason to explore. So, and any of my family who has desired wishes to explore that area, I have not allowed due to just, I do not wish to see them harmed. There's enough danger in this land without going to seek it.
Oh, no. Don't worry about seeking that out. If it comes to it, then we'll be the ones on that job. We are pest control services, after all.
You should get like a hat or something that says that.
I was thinking about T-shirts. Like, guys, you want some T-shirts?
No, I do not.
What's a T-shirt?
It's like it's a shirt with like most of the sleeves cut off.
It's undershirt.
It's like an undershirt, but with but with a little more sleeve than an undershirt.
But if it is an undershirt, who would see it?
Oh, but
you
this
see,
is
the one
styling
you wear
because
the
it has stuff
undershirt
on
as
it,
an
so you wear it
overshirt.
on top.
Yeah. It's an under overshirt.
It goes over your robes.
Well, the robes go over, but we don't wear a shirt over the under. It's just like you just wear the undershirt and then the robe.
Hold on.
Perhaps we
If
could
you're
talk
really
about
cool, you can have the
T-shirts
robe
another time.
open and then it shows
it's
it.
It's new fashion. You know, it's for sword coast.
I think
you
that
probably have heard
perhaps
of it.
we should get
Very,
back to the wine.
Very trendy. Very trendy.
Yes. Perhaps that is best that I get back to my wine. We have loaded up a cart with whatever wine was readily available for delivery. I gift it to you in the way of it is yours to decide what you do with it. I appreciate the help, and indeed, if you had not cleared out the winery, I would not even be able to gift you that. So it's the least I could do.
I do have one question. Would this, the amount of wine that you are gifting, gracious and incredibly thankful for that.
It is normally what we delivered to Kresik for the gates still open.
Was my next question. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
A word of warning. Due to our productivity of wine being low, our deliveries have not been regular to anywhere in Barovia. People tend to take advantage of things that are maybe perhaps
bandits may try to take the wine on the way to Crescent.
I would beware anywhere you go.
I do not think that we need to worry about bandits.
We'll be able to handle.
We can take care of them.
I think.
But I think
we appreciate your concern greatly, and thank you for the warning. Yes, but Dr. Z is right. I think we should.
He pulls out a letter, and kind of hands it to you, and says, "This is just a letter explaining the situation to the burgomaster of Kresik, and it explains to him who you are and what you have done to this winery, and what you have done for this winery, I should say, and it is my hope that it will let you into Kresik. So with this letter, you should be able to do your business.
And we didn't burn it down.
You didn't burn what down, sweetie?
The winery.
Oh yes. Thank you.
I
greatly
promise you we
appreciate
wouldn't
that.
burn it down.
He's got a point. Yeah, we didn't burn it down. Actually,
That
I
was
think
hard.
this might be the first place we have burned down.
I did notice there was a fire in the upstairs.
Oh yeah, we
It's
put it
fine.
out. Sorry,
It's
it was
fine,
one
yes,
of the druids tried to start a fire, and I was like, no, not on my watch. So we put the fire out for you, because you made
Make
me
a
promise.
deception check for me.
I'm gonna
Oh,
help
wait a
him.
minute.
Yeah, what he said
Okay. All right, do it.
A persuasion or
Yeah.
with advantage.
With advantage.
with advantage? Oh, thank God, because that was a 3. And a 16. Persuasion, 19.
Yeah. Okay. He's nods and he's like,
Well, before we leave, perhaps I don't know. I'm incapable, but perhaps my compatriots may be able to do something about the poison in the barrels, so you can keep production up.
I think this is maybe something that I can help with.
all right.
So Z takes out his totem, the dagger, which I assume Davian is a little concerned about, and I just
Hold on. He does raise an eyebrow, noticing that it is metal, but says nothing.
and I say to him, could you show me to some of the wine barrels, an open wine barrel, that I may see some of the wine?
Yeah. So he takes you into here, and he kind of walks you up. You don't have to measure it out. It's fine.
No, I meant to move myself, but
so
We'll just
he's
see
like,
how far that is. Like, that's going to take me 35 seconds to walk up the stairs. And
God. Well, you never know with you idiots. So, so he kind of walks upstairs, and from here he kind of points down to this barrel, and he's like, it's
Okay.
right there.
I may need to have a small sample.
Sure. And he has a tool that he can kind of like ladle out a little bit and kind of give to you.
So I prick the end of my finger with a dagger,
Mhm.
and then pour the wine over it and cast detect poison.
Detect poison?
Which will tell me what kind of poison it is.
No, detect poison and disease. You just sense that it is it's a natural poison just from a certain like mold found in the forest. Yeah. It's nothing too. It's not like arsenic or anything, but it's something that you know that if people drank this wine, it would be very bad.
It's also non-magical.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is non-magical.
That's what
it's
I was
non-magical.
trying to.
Yeah.
So I say, I think I can help with this. This wine, it's been poisoned by a mushroom, I think, and I'll and I go and place my hands on the side of the barrel and cast Cure. Where is it? It's Purify Food and Drink. And I'll do that for each of the.
Did you switch that up for your long rest?
I did. Yeah.
Excellent. That was a good call.
Might have had some conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't see it because you're on the ground floor, but you Well, actually, so you put your hands on the side.
It's gonna need to be done on each of the
right, but you put your hands on the side of the barrel, and then what? Like you chant.
Yeah.
Or
okay. Kind of a meditation chant, I would say.
And then when you're finished, what do you tell him?
Can I play like the maracas in the background or something?
And basically I move from each of the to each of the and do the same. So I guess I need to cast it 3 times because otherwise it would only get the one that. And and then after it's done, I say, it is done. Pour a glass and I will taste it and you will know that it is done.
Maybe just to be safe, since I can't really heal anybody anyway, I might be the better one to taste it and test it, because you guys seem to be able to cure all that stuff and I am useless when it comes to that. So when it comes to the longevity of our party, the two of you seem to be a little more valuable. Why don't you let me take the sip?
I'm not worried. It is.
I understand, but I mean, for
if you
for
wish to
brevity,
do this, you can do this.
I'm not a big wine guy, but I mean, I'm not a big alcohol guy. But if I'm going to drink, it's going to be wine.
Yes, I believe that you just said that you do not drink.
I said I'm not big on alcohol, but if I'm going to drink, it's going to be a glass of wine. So
that is good because there's no other option in Barovia.
Fantastic. Do you have any cranberry juice to wash it down with?
I shall have a look around.
All right. I'll drink this in the meantime. And as
he
walking
walks
around,
off. Yeah.
As he walks around to find the juice, I go a little shaking around, check the legs, sniff the bouquet. What do I smell?
Roll a sense. You have advantage with senses, right?
I have advantage with any perception checks that require smell.
All right, let's do that then.
Okay.
Which wine did you take it from? Left, middle, or right?
the middle.
Okay.
14.
You sense your nose doesn't. You would admit this yourself. You don't have a very refined palate when it comes to wine. It seems like wine. Yeah.
It's like wine. Hold on. And I smash that batch.
Roll 4d8 for me.
4d8.
Yeah.
Okay. 1. 6. 1. 6. So 14.
You don't take 14 damage.
Amazing.
It tastes like very middle of the road wine, and it does not taste poisoned whatsoever.
I gotta say, I don't have a lot of wine, but this is upper shelf. This is top shelf shit right here.
You know this to be the Red Dragon Crush wine.
Yes. Red Dragon Crush, guaranteeing.
Davian does come back with a bottle in his hands. It's sealed. And he says, "My friend, I did find a bottle. I don't know that it's cranberry juice, but I believe it will be to your liking." And he says, "It is sealed. Like, you could take this with you, or we can have it now."
Does anyone want any besides me? Would anyone care to share?
Jesus, a toast.
I'll drink it,
I
dude.
think.
All right,
Very well.
let's crack it.
And he cracks it open and has a very satisfying like crack when the cork pops off. And he pours 4 glasses, one for each of you and one for himself. And he holds it up. He says, "Thank you, my friends. Without you, this land would be a very different place." Everybody roll an insight check.
I'm so good at these.
Oh, 12, I think.
A -1.
Oh, wait, hang on. No, it's +8.
Minus
16.
1.
Yeah, I rolled a 1, and I have -2.
9.
9. And what would you roll, Andrew?
I rolled 8, but it's +8. 16.
Okay. Kopo and Melvin Moore. It's a nice toast. Z, you get the feeling he's not just talking about his winery.
Mm.
You get that there's a little more meaning to those words than just the winery. And do you all knock it back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is the best cranberry juice you have ever had in your entire life.
Can I take that?
By all means. And he passes you the bottle and the cork.
And I very gently place it in the bag folding.
It's a good bottle too. It's like a 2-liter bottle.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit chunkier than a normal bottle.
Yeah. All
So
right.
go ahead and add to your inventory fine cranberry juice.
And
You assume that it would be about 10 glasses worth left?
2 liters.
10 sipping glasses, I guess, just to say. Not like Adrian drinks wine glasses.
Hey. I resemble that. Shit, yeah.
And a traveler long ago once gave me this bottle.
I travel.
Yes, we get many of your sort around here. Adventurers.
Oh, I thought you meant Dragonborns. I was like, I don't know about that.
Yes, Strahd brings them to Barovia for his own sick and twisted motives.
Well, I think this time he brought the wrong ones.
I'm starting to think that myself.
The right ones.
Well, wrong for him, right for everybody else. Speaking of Strahd.
Sorry to interrupt, Melvin.
Oh.
The cart with the barrels of wine. I may need to inspect this wine to see if it has also been contaminated.
We have already done that, and I assure you all of the barrels were fine. It's not the barrels that they were trying to poison, since there are a few barrels would only tide a city over for a day or two, but these casks are much more important and much more easy to
contaminate. I
yes.
understand. May we impose upon you to borrow your cart and some horses to
yes,
carry
of course.
the
Like,
merchandise?
yes. And don't worry about returning it. I can have one of my men drive the cart back here whenever you're done with it.
Is there somewhere in particular you'd like us to leave this cart for your companion?
With someone, perhaps.
If it is in Kresik, you can leave it with the family and the children. If it is in Valaki, I believe you know my son, at the Blue Water Inn. If it is in anywhere else, it does get a bit more tricky, but rest assured we will take care of it.
Well, why don't we say if it's in either Valaki or Kresik, you know where to find it, and anywhere else we'll make sure that this cart finds its way back to you.
Just if you see a raven, leave a note.
That works. We were on the topic of Strahd a moment ago, and I do have I have something to ask you. Just southwest of your facility, we found, I'm sure you and your raven folk are aware, we found the druids. We found them in the midst of some form of summoning ritual, which was taking place on the hilltop just to the southwest of here. They were worshiping an idol that was meant to summon something. We're not quite sure what they were summoning, but what we can tell you is that Strahd himself was there, if you were unaware of that.
And you are alive?
Oh, yeah, I had a brief conversation with him. He seemed more curious than anything. Perhaps a little fed up, but entertained.
That's where his black eye comes from. His horse kicked him.
Yeah, his horse kicked me in the face.
His black eye?
Yeah, Strahd's horse kicked me in the face, so I've got the shiner.
Right. Okay. All right. Connecting dots. All right. Get it.
You can hear the gears turning. Yeah. Obviously, this land, I'm not sure if it's specific to the land, but...
For many years, we've known that the druids have hailed from somewhere to the south. Again, Barovia is not exactly a safe place that you can go around exploring. So we knew that they were from the south, but did not know from where.
And have you experienced before perhaps unnatural amounts of lightning in a storm nearby?
Yes, the ravens that I'm sure that you saw passed that information on to us. That is a bit strange. They also spoke of a city in the mist. Did you see such a thing?
I did. I saw it. There was a cherish bell, and there was all that stuff, and there was lightning, and I saw Strahd coming out that direction, and it was really cool, and I wanted to go see it, but there was some big ass druid I had to kill. But he came through the mist.
Strahd?
Yeah.
I'm afraid that you're mistaken.
Oh, he came from the direction of the city through the mist.
Perhaps. I have never known Strahd to leave Barovia in his many years.
Do you know what that town is? Do you know what that village is over there? Like, have you heard of that village before?
Cannot help you, my friend. I'm sorry.
Can I roll, like, based on this information, can I roll, like, a history check or an arcana check to see if I feel like perhaps this ritual was intended to, in some way, expand the boundaries of Barovia, taking in another city?
Sure.
From, say, the Sword Coast or, wherever.
Roll a straight intelligence check. Or history, I guess.
So he's the owner of this vineyard. He's been here for a long time, and he's never seen the town that's right by his thing, the closest town to his thing.
He's seen Krezk. They people in general in Barovia keep to the streets. Okay. They don't really explore off path.
Dirty 20.
You would assume it's for summoning something, not expending.
Okay.
You're pretty certain of that. But whatever they were trying to summon was being fueled by the green gem that you have.
Right.
Because when that fell out, it just stopped.
And we already know that there are at least 2 more of those gems. And one of them is likely in the sunken city of Berez.
Yes. Which is also where old Strahdy boy said your wife may be.
Mm-hmm. It's also where a beastly creature called the Baba Lasiaga, a creature of immense power, lies.
Baba Lysaga. Lysaga. Yeah. Baba Lysaga.
Baba Lysaga.
I'm also going to go ahead and put... I'll just message that to you, actually. And so the Davian kind of nods and he says, is there anything else I can help you out with? I must say the gem that you possess is extremely powerful. And we had been using it to protect this vineyard until the druids were able to break its spell, but
would it provide you a moniker of protection without the other 2?
It would, not as powerful, but yes, it would. But also knowing your end goal, it would help you.
Say our end goal aligned with your interests and your protection were to be
I can assure you we have the same end goal.
Would we be able to, say we left this gem with you, would we be allied in such a way where we could call upon the Order of Ravens where we need assistance?
Yes. I mean, we have been trying to help you in our many ways before, such as not going near a windmill, but not always do people listen. Although you did not know of us at that time, so that's fair enough.
Well, let me before you agree, I need to stress to you the gravity of what I'm saying. There is going to be a time at which there's going to be a fight that could very well be for the land of Barovia itself. And the more allies that we have on our side during this fight, the more likely we are to succeed. Now, this probably means many casualties on both sides.
I can count. So he's an older man. He's like 70s, I would say. And he says, I can count the number of times I have seen powerful people attempt to besiege Castle Ravenloft. And every single time they have failed. But given the right resources and the people using those resources, I believe that change can happen. And I'm willing to bet my order and the people that follow it on that fact.
Well, it's not me you have to convince for the ownership of the gem. Kopo, the gem's yours, technically. What do you think, my man?
Well, what do you mean technically? It's mine.
That's a technicality.
Well, what do you want with my gem? I was reading my book to see if I could figure out how to control my morphing.
Here, then the choice is up to you, my man. We take the gem with us, which is, could protect us, and it's really bright and shiny, and it's really pretty. We could leave the gem with the winery, and the gem is going to offer them some protection instead of us. But when it comes to the big final fight, we might be able to have some extra hands in that fight on our side. You're a man of the sea. You know what numbers count for.
There's three of them, right? There's three gems.
Yes.
There's three of them. Yeah, there's two more out there.
You possess one. One is held by what we assume to be Baba Lysaga.
Yeah.
And the third disappeared quite some time ago. There are rumors that it may have wound up north of the Great Lake near Vallaki. Did you see the lake?
Oh, we saw it.
Yeah. Saw the lake.
Lake Zarovich.
That's the one that the bridge crossed, the river that leads into. You almost spilled into that.
I went swimming in there.
Right there.
Yeah, you were swimming like in the little river thing that kind of leads
I was
into it.
swimming
Until
here.
you found your executioner's head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. So he says, yes, I believe there have been rumors, but we have not been able to substantiate those rumors.
So you said one of them is.
One of them is with your wife. One of them is in the lake. And then there's this one that I'm holding.
With my wife?
Not your wife. His wife.
Yeah, I think what he means is that one of them is in Berez, and I think what he's saying is Berez is at the bottom of this lake.
Right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, where is the other one again? Sorry.
Berez
was down here.
Perez was way down.
Okay,
It's
so
down here.
both are underwater.
Oh, it's down.
Well, yeah, Perez is apparently sank underwater, and the other one's up.
No, that's you're thinking like the mountain range to the south east. No, that's El Terrell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Berez, the way that he kind of describes it is right here.
Berez or El
Berez.
Terrell.
Berez.
Berez, the sunken Berez is over here.
And he's like, I have never heard of El Terrell. I do not know what that is.
So both this apparent El Terrell, potentially built on the side of the mountain, and Berez is in this direction. Also, you have another gem that exists at the bottom of the large lake outside of Balak.
North of the lake.
North of the lake?
Yes.
All right.
Although there is nothing up there but mountains and forest.
Well, again, Kopo, the choice is up to you.
Do you have any expeditioners or something? Because you guys look like you guys are really good in woods. Would any of you guys be able to help us look for the other ones?
Help you look for the forest or the last gem?
Yes.
Yes, of course. If I knew that you and your team were willing to chase it down, I can have my ravens search for it and try to narrow down the location of it.
Oh,
It's just as it stands. One gem was stolen by a very powerful witch. One was stolen by a team of druids, so we just assumed that the first gem that was stolen was also stolen by something equally as important. So, I mean, I just don't have the resources to fight an army by myself.
All right. Well, let's do this. I'll give you this gem, as long as you make sure the kids are in good hands and no harm comes to the kids. And then you help us find the other gem while we go swimming in lakes and try to find something else.
That sounds great.
I have a feeling that we're going to want to leave Berez for a moment. By the sounds of it,
Berez
more than we can handle
is a
right
place
now.
of death.
It seems maybe just a little out of our league. Ha 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 ha! Sea joke, get it? Because it's underwater. Maybe for the moment. We definitely need to make our way to Kresik first. But if you agree to Kopo's terms, perhaps you can send some ravens ahead to scout the northern shores of the lake north of Valaki.
Yes.
See what you find.
If you agree to help us in that way, I will of course devote my resources to finding the last gem.
I mean, I think all four of us agree that the more power we have against
There's
the
only
powers
three
that
of
be.
you. Is there someone I'm missing?
Well, you're our fourth.
Oh, yes, of course. I did not realize I was part of the crew.
Well, I mean, four people in a conversation, I like to include. I'm an inclusive guy. I like to include.
Are you?
No.
I must ask. I was told that you were traveling with a woman and a man. I do not see them anywhere near with you.
Who told you this?
And he points to the ravens and he's like, we have been keeping our eye on you for quite some time.
Man, I think he's talking about Vasily. Man, Vasily. I think he's talking about Vasily.
Yeah, Kopo, I know, yeah. Okay, Kopo.
Who's Vasily?
It's really cool. Sorry, man, you were talking.
We do have other companions, and for their safety, we send them ahead to Kresik.
Fair enough.
Which is where we plan on rendezvousing with them. So that is our next step. We need to reacquire the rest of our party before we, continue anything major. But I think we seem to be agreed that we have a commitment to bringing back your means of protection. I think it's best for this world that the wine keep a-flowing.
He pauses as if milling something over. And kind of says, I wish you luck.
Can I roll an insight check just to see?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I'm so shit at insight, but 17.
He stopped himself from saying something. And he said, be safe in your travels. And be aware that everyone is out for their own interests. Even I needed the orb or for you to clean up my winery. Like, admittedly, that is a relatively simple task as far as things go, but do not just beware. There is evil about in this land, not just Strahd. As I'm sure you are well aware.
And we found enough of it already.
Do you mind if one of your crows comes as a companion with me? Cause then we can keep contact easier. Obviously your crow would be free to, your raven would be free to fly and go away, but it'd be nice to have them fly with me, and then I can keep track of if anything comes up, we can be in communication.
Oh shit! Actually, in Wild Shape level 7, do you get fly?
I don't know.
Andrew, you might want to look that up.
Yeah.
Oh, my wild shape's crazy though.
Yeah. Your Wild Shape is broken, but or not broken, but I mean it is broken. But,
It's broken.
I
want to get fly. That's what I'm trying to freaking get.
Not similar to normal Wild Shapes. Because normally Wild Shape, I think at level 4 you can swim.
It's 4 or 8.
And then 8.
I think it depends on your circle. If you circle the moon or something, you get far more powerful.
Sooner.
That's correct,
shifting.
but it doesn't.
I can have fly.
It doesn't matter for right now, but I'm just wondering when I have to worry about you turning into something that flies and.
Yeah, I can learn. I can on my next opportunity to swap stuff out. I can learn fly.
Yeah, at level 8 you can fly.
Oh,
So you
really?
can turn into something. Currently, like you could turn into like a great eagle or something, but you couldn't fly with the great eagle. You just hop around,
flap around. Yeah.
like which would be hilarious actually. But you can't fly until next level, and then you can turn into something that flies.
Okay. What am I able to? I mean, what? Because I found those rules to be. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay. And he says, "Yes. If you excuse me, I need to use the washroom."
Excuse me, I need to get more beer.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna go for a smoke break.
All right, I'm gonna get a drink as well.
just want to let you know, all you people on the internet, you're awesome.
Ended up being a beer break and bathroom break.
Wait, which one do you have?
Sunshine?
I have life.
Oh yeah.
Is that the Blanc?
Yeah.
I really don't like Blancs.
I got darkness and sunshine.
Oh, darkness.
So
It's not quite cold enough for darkness yet for me.
No. It will
It's
be
getting
soon,
close
though.
though.
It's getting soon.
We're going camping. Are we still streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. We're going camping next weekend, and it's gonna be a little more chilly than I was expecting.
Yeah, we're going. I'm going with the kiddo on.
Sorry, next weekend. I mean, like Friday. We're going
Oh, okay.
camping.
This Friday. This weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going in 2 weeks.
Sweet.
2 weeks? Next week. Next weekend. Not this weekend. Yeah.
I think ours is gonna be a little more car glamping compared to yours, though.
Yeah. I'm going to one of the mountains on the island
By yourself?
with the kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right.
Sorry about that. I'm just going to switch to speakers.
So I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy out there that's watching this. Hopefully, by the time you watch this, COVID will not have been a thing for many years. We appreciate you watching and sticking with us through this rough time of us figuring out how to stream.
Yep. Also, fuck COVID.
Yeah, fuck COVID. Hashtag 2020. Fuck COVID.
Don't worry, it goes away in 2021. It has an expiry date.
Oh, good.
Just like it was supposed to go in summer, right?
That's what I've heard. I mean, from all the right wingers in the states.
Yep.
Okay. And we're back.
Thought that would squelch that conversation.
Yeah, so you kind of finish up. He comes back from the washroom and says, "Sorry, I
Got
needed
rod?
to
Yeah.
drain the old fire rod, if you know what I mean."
God, if it burns that bad, you really should see a doctor or something. I think that Dr. Z might be able to help you. You're good at medicine, right, Dr. Z? You want to take a look?
I could perhaps take a look at this. Okay.
You have done enough. I do not wish to push the subject. Let's.
Are you sure? Because no man should have to live with that. I mean, we'll avert our gaze. I could talk to Copo while that all happens. It's fine.
I believe I'm okay. Thank you for the offer.
I think so.
You were asking about a raven as a companion. I could offer one up to you, with the knowledge that it would need to fly away every now and again.
That's fine. I talk to them, so they can just tell me, be like, "Yo, bro, we gotta go. Peace." That's cool.
Yeah, they continue having their free will. That is part of the deal.
Of course.
We have.
Well, in the event that we don't have this Raven companion and we do need to get a hold of you for something, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Go to a city, look for a raven. We are almost everywhere,
Seems simple enough.
except for places that we think will kill us.
And maybe underwater. I don't know. Ravens don't dive, do they? Like little snorkels or something.
No, I think they like take baths in water, but they don't really like dive. I don't think. I can't really say that I've seen a raven dive before.
They
Alright.
don't dive.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, I think then for now, you're all set. Our business is concluded. I just want to, I really do need to stress the importance of the delivery of that idol to the den.
It shall be there tomorrow. That is what we agreed on, yes?
Yes, it needs to be there. I believe we only have 2 days left for the delivery. Or
in fact, I believe that if you go to Krezk, you shall see the statue is in Krezk, being constructed at this very moment. So,
where in Krezk is there somewhere that I can go to check in on that?
I do not know myself, but the family that is taking care of the children would know.
All right, perfect. Well, what do you think, guys? Should we get on our way, leave these guys to their winemaking?
I think it's time that we depart.
If there are any more trouble with druids or weird, ugly plant things, just send a raven.
Thank you, my friend. You will want to see Valentine and Isabella. Ulbrich in Krezk.
Ulbrich?
Ulbrich. Olbrek.
Can we visit the children while we're there?
Yes, of course.
Is
I know.
that where the children are being held, with the Ulbrichs?
Being held sounds a bit abrasive.
Pardon me, being cared for.
Yes.
And this Valentine and Isabella, where might we find their place of residence?
Just towards the western side of the city.
To the western side.
I believe that when you get into the city itself, you will find that there are not that many dwellings.
Well,
Interesting.
it's been brief, but great.
Do you know what happens on the building that's at the very back on the top of the hill there behind Krezk?
The Abbey.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happens in there? It looked really spooky, so I
Be on your guard.
alright.
People in general just stay away from that place.
Be there something that we should know about this place?
I have a feeling that, given the trajectory you are on, you and the abbot shall cross paths soon enough.
It seems that we cross paths with most places in
Yes.
this land.
How was
Yeah,
cross
but-
paths before coming here?
But that information do not help us so much. You know what I say.
The abbot is I don't quite know how to describe him. He lives in the abbey. He is in control of the abbey. He does not
In control of the abbey.
wish. I mean, he freely walks around Krezk. He does not wish anyone or any inhabitants of the city harm by any means. And yet, I would be on your guard.
Sounds like our wheelhouse.
Fear it is.
Well, thank you again.
And do not be thrown off by the mongrel folk.
The mongrel folk.
You
mongrel, as in-
roll a history check, all three of you.
Can I also make an insight check? Because you know how we passed the guy in
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it to you for free. That was a mongrel folk.
Right.
They do with the barrel full of hay.
Yeah.
He seemed pretty nice.
You passed one of them on the road.
Oh yeah. Yeah, on our way to Crescent before we made our way this way.
He seemed as if he were on his way to.
He was going to Valaki, wasn't he?
The Valaki. No.
Normally, they do not leave the abbey as they are deformed and.
Oh, that's not nice. He wasn't really
People-
deformed.
People don't really look highly upon them.
That's
is-
kind of
that
rude,
is
man. Like, don't call him deformed.
Strange.
We have seen much worse.
I read to you the description of him, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
big hunchback, ugly-looking guy.
They're just
12 feet
different,
tall.
alright?
Could probably smash us with like his fist.
It's like Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Hyde, not Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah.
Well, shall we get out of here, boys? Let them get back to whining.
Yes.
I
Let us go.
I
I
extend my
would like to be rid of this curse as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think Vasily might be able to help us out with that. I extend my hand out in a handshake.
He shakes. And he like makes this like cooing sound, and one of the ravens lands on the wagon.
Z gives a little bow, and
Cool.
I assume that the horses are hitched and ready to go.
Yep.
Or yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, mule! Yeah, mule!
Are all three of you riding?
Yeah, I'll hop up on the front of the carriage.
I got no other option.
Before too long, unless
I'm gonna ask the crow what its name is.
can you just speak crow?
I sure can. I can speak to all animals.
But you have to cast a spell to
No,
do
I
that,
don't.
right?
Nope. I can talk to all animals.
Oh fuck, that's here. It says its name is
You say it's like Dave or something.
Kala. Kala.
Hold on.
Kala.
I'll write that. Claw! K-A what?
K-A-L-A.
Kala.
If it had an H on the end, it might be it might be good in Greek.
Add an L to the end and it might sound like Superman.
Hello?
It's actually, if you added a G-H at the end of it, it's very similar to how you actually say crow in Urdu, Farsi, and Parsi. Kalab.
Anyway,
I can almost guarantee you that I did not know any of that when I came up with the name Kala.
Yeah.
I may or may not have stolen it from the random name generator right here.
I'm gonna call it Dave.
So we're riding the cart.
Yeah. Well, how far would you say? Like how many?
Won't take you very long.
Like half day travel?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd assume by foot it would take you about into the mid-afternoon, but you should reach there by if you're leaving at like 10 now, you should get there by 2 in the afternoon.
Do we want to make a stop in at the Mage's Tower for anything? Is there anything we need to go back there for?
I don't think so. We didn't leave anything really there apart from a bunch of cursed gems.
Sure.
Um,
Because we still have to find Rictavio wherever the fuck he's gone.
well, we have to go back to
Lucky.
Balaki for that.
Can we go to
Classic first.
Is the thing in the tower yet or no? Did we ask if he got the statue yet?
Tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
And if you're going to Krezk, you would run into it, presumably.
Yeah, and we've got. I really feel like it's best that it be escorted by us, or at least by me.
Yep. I need to go check on my mouse trap too.
While we're on the carts.
Oh yes, yeah. No, we want that.
I know.
I kind of wanted to maybe have a quick chat with Kopo while we're traveling.
Okay. I'll put you guys at about here.
Okay. Kopo.
Yeah?
You were a sailor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never.
I mean, we call it a pirate, but sure, sailor, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll call it a pirate. I was trying to be polite. I don't know, I didn't want to cross boundaries, but I've never. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I've never myself been to the ocean.
You've never been into the ocean?
No, I've been to lakes, but I've never seen the ocean myself. Even on the Sword Coast, I've never gone to the coast.
You've
What's
never
it like?
tasted the salty water on your face?
No, never.
What?
What's it like? Do you tell me some of your pirate stories? I'd love to, know a little bit about you before.
I mean, if you've never been to the ocean, none of it's gonna make sense because you're gonna just think, I ride little boats around the lake.
Well, I mean,
just the scale of it doesn't make sense to you.
I've read books about it. I mean, I have an idea of what it's about. I've just never seen it myself. What does it feel like?
Oh, man. All right, so the in the morning you wake up with all the comrades, and there's just so much activity happening at the same time. It's amazing. And then you get up and you go on the deck, and there's all these people running around and making the ship just move, right? And if you didn't know that they were doing this, it would just look like magic. It would just look like the things just floating on the surface. But if you're far enough in the middle of the ocean, and you get in a storm, oh my goodness, oh god, that's the good stuff right there. When you're in the middle of a storm, and the ship looks like it's gonna just flip over, and then you find this beauty over there that it has treasures. It got good treasures too, and there'd be assholes in that thing, and you pull the cannons up, and you load the cannon. You just give the command, and there's a force. There's this big ball of metal that's gonna come rocking out, and you have these splinters of wood flying everywhere, and you have this wind, the breeze of the ocean, the storm. It's amazing. Hold on.
Melvin Mart, do you know what a cannon is?
I mean, I've read books.
Sure.
I have read the word cannon before. I probably have never seen a cannon.
Okay.
I probably know that a cannon, you put the thing in it and light a fuse and it shoots a thing out, but
right.
I never visualized that apart from
Z looks up and says, Corporal, what be a cannon?
That sounds terrifying.
I'm just, as a character, I just look at you as you say that. I kind of spit on the ground as we're going.
This sounds amazing.
Have you been on the ocean, Z?
Once or twice, but
Like,
I never saw a
like
cannon.
out in the ocean where you can't see land. Have you been in the middle of the ocean? Where
Not
it's a
in the
sea
middle
of
the
ocean.
I
No?
swam in it a few times.
A sea of ocean. That's a bit of more.
I know, right? Alright. So a cannon Do you know what gunpowder is? Have you heard of gunpowder? Okay. So, you know where you make fire? And you get super excited because you go, wee, I made fire! Yeah, now imagine putting that fire. Imagine putting all the energy of that fire in a little tiny canister. And then put a really hard metal ball right inside of it. And then you shoot the fire, and the heat just builds up in there. And it creates a vacuum. And it forces this thing up and up. And it builds behind it. And then suddenly you get this explosion. And the metal ball goes flying through air. Do you remember how fast I was going as a lightning bolt?
That sounds really dangerous.
Yeah, this thing would go faster than me. And it's amazing.
It seems unnatural to me.
What part of it? It's
I like it.
all of that is natural. Have you not seen a volcano?
Hugely exciting.
Okay, Z, have you seen a volcano? Do you know what a volcano is?
I have seen about volcano.
Have you
Of course
seen
I
it
have seen a
erupt?
volcano.
That's basically what you carry. You
So like
basically
a
have a
cannon,
small
like a
volcano.
Close to a volcano erupting. That is just stupid.
Cannon is just a tiny volcano that you've got in your. That sounds pretty bad to be on the water with a big volcano in your basement.
Yeah, you hold. Hey, for someone that's never been on the water, let me tell you this. There's volcanoes underwater. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but it's really cool. If you go inside these volcanoes, I mean, you guys could probably never go there because you can't swim on the water. But if you could go there, I will find some sea hags. I'll get an eye of a sea hag and I'll show you guys this because it's really cool. But you can go in the bottom of the ocean where these volcanoes are, and inside these volcanoes, there's sharks. Sharks actually live inside these volcanoes.
Volcano sharks?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's the most. That sounds
Meta
like a
on the
death
side.
metal
That's actually a thing. There's actually sharks that live in
band. Like, that sounds like
volcanoes
a really
on
good
Earth.
death metal band. Volcano sharks.
Volcano
This
shark.
is something that could be interesting. A shark that lives in the volcano. This I would never have thought in a million years.
I agree. That's sounds like another world.
Who's driving the cart?
Z, I think.
Yeah, I guess I am.
So who's paying attention for the last 10 minutes? Driving the cart.
Well, I'm watching the road, but I'm also.
Are ya?
See, I was the one that was talking to Kopo. He jumped into the conversation, so I
Yeah,
got no.
yeah.
Make a perception check with disadvantage for me.
With disadvantage.
Yeah.
So when you're
okay.
captaining a ship, like so you wake up in the morning and everybody's already doing their job, but you go out
so-
there, like barking orders at them, be like, you
Hang on, I need to know what my
bring
perception
the
is.
jib, you know.
Perception is plus
Furl
5.
the
So we've got.
Sure, yeah.
Do it.
My best roll was 15.
Well, they do it.
My
If
worst
they don't,
roll
then
was
walk the
14.
plank. It's amazing.
So 19.
I mean, I don't make them walk the
19.
plank that often,
No,
but
no.
you know.
Like with
Oh,
my.
Hold on, let me
with,
finish first.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so 14.
Um,
14.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
So like walk the plank. And then, like,
Okay, hold on. So I'll give you a good example. So there was these there was so we initially started from these this our homeland called Franconios, and it's yeah, you can shorten it to French, but so we were initially called pirateers before we became pirates, and the reason why we were assembled was because there were these other groups on this other island that used to have boats and ships, and they would get all these treasures all the time, and they would not share with us. So anything we tried to do, they would not share with us. So the king of the land basically created our group, the pirateers, and not my father, but my father's father of the father, I think you guys call it grandparents, I don't know, but we call it the father of the father of the father, and so he was the first pirateer that started this whole crew, and the king of French told them to go and raid these giant ships.
Right about now, you drive up and you see the trees clear, and Krezk appears to your right.
But here's the best part. So then the group, the ones that had the boats that we were going to go and, negotiate with these carry-on volcanoes, if you will, to lend us some of those treasures that they found.
Booty.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You know some terms. So they were the Spoonish, and the Spoonish wouldn't share their treasure with their boats when they would go and get this thing. So us the pirateers would just run into them and try and negotiate with our swords and weapons to take their treasure, and then we would bring it back to our king, the French, and we would have lots of treasure. So it was a great deal. Now here's the thing that a lot of people don't know.
Mist, you see the north branches the road branches north and climbs to a rocky escarpment. Ending in a gatehouse built
something
into
that a lot of people
20-foot high
don't
wall
know.
of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so.
Now, something that a lot of people don't know
The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow
these
mountain.
boats that my father of the father of the father destroyed, they'd actually live underwater. So now there are these other people called the treasure hunters, and so we take the boats and we jump in the water. And my people are really good at swimming, so we go underwater and we find these treasures that's been underwater for ages.
What have I started?
Oh no, by all means, keep going.
Copo,
The horses stop.
if we ever get out of this place, I would love to be on your boat for a little bit. Can I be on your boat for a little bit?
You would be an honored guest on my boat.
Kapalu, make a perception
The only
check for
thing
me.
is you can't call it a boat. It's a ship.
Pardon me, ship.
What am I rolling? Sorry, I just rolled a d20.
Perception. Disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my dog wants to play too. Do you want to roll for me? Cool. Perception plus 8. 18 was my lowest.
Cool. You see 4 archers with their bows drawn, pointed straight at you.
Sorry, we finish the story in a second. Do you guys see that?
What?
Stop!
What?
Stop the freaking stop!
Oh, shit. Z. Whoa, horsey.
The horses have stopped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the horses are stopped.
I didn't notice they were stopped. I was
at the-
distracted by
he's
those
looking in
archers.
the
Do you guys see
direction
the
of
archers? I was distracted. I'm sorry.
And the guards say, "Who are you?"
Who wants to do the talking?
We come from the winery, the Wizards of Wine. We helped them with an errand, and they gave us some wine to bring to Krezk. I believe it's a delivery that you have been waiting for some time now.
Prove it.
I present the letter he gave us. We have a letter from the brewery, the distillery. Do they brew or distill wine?
They
Agery? The
no,
vineyard.
The vineyard.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a letter from the vineyard master.
You don't hear anything, and before too long, the gate slightly opens and a man steps out, dressed like a soldier.
I asked.
I step down from the cart.
I hand the letter to Z.
Do you want me to get? Do you want me to get our Raven friend to just take it over to the soldier? I mean,
No, let's let Z handle this.
all right.
Z seems to have it under control.
I step up non-threateningly, step up to the guard and hold out the letter of introduction.
The guard kind of grabs it from you and starts reading it through. And then he's
Did
like,
mother not tell you it's rude to snatch?
No,
Oi.
it'd be okay. Leave the poor man alone. He's just doing his job.
Oi, Namir, go and fetch the burgomaster. And you see one of the archers disappear.
Bye, Namir.
Just be a minute.
It's no problem.
What was your name again?
My name.
Yeah. My name is Melvin Marn.
Radu.
Radu.
Dr.
Nice
Z,
to meet you,
pleasure to
Radu.
meet you.
I can honestly say I'm glad that you're not trying to kill us and that you're bringing the swill.
I mean, tough times, right?
But can't let you in until the burgomaster says so.
We thought this may be the case. That's why we have a letter of introduction.
Do you want to shoot some dice while we wait? I got some dice here. We can play a game.
I'm on duty. I'm sure you understand.
Come on, I'll give you 2 to 1 odds.
I've just called for the burgomaster who will be here at any moment, so perhaps I don't play dice with you. A stranger attempting to get into our city.
Fair, not attempting. Well, soon to be successful, but I mean, fair.
Attempting.
Yeah, well,
Perhaps while we wait, you could tell us a little about Kresik, where we might stay, if the burgomaster will allow us entry.
I mean, what would you like to know? There's really no inn. There's no.
There is no place for travelers to.
I mean, we don't let travelers in. That's the whole point of these gates.
so are you saying there's no inn or
There's no inn. There's no pub.
no pub?
There is a building that people can serve their own wine. That, for all intents and purposes, we use as a pub, but that's about it.
Where would I go for a nice cold glass of ice water?
Someone's house. Do you know anyone inside Kresik?
We have a contact
been-
inside Kresik that we
we
need
have
to
been
make.
told.
We need to rendezvous with. Yeah.
Who might they be?
Sorry, but I think that's
Entirely my business because you're trying to get into our city?
no. It's definitely the burgomaster's business, but maybe not necessarily yours. I hope you don't take offense to that.
I'll pass it on.
I'm sure would much rather pass it on myself. This is a strange and dangerous land, and it's hard to tell who we can trust and what.
I thought you said Stranger Danger Land.
It is strange and dangerous land.
This is a Stranger Danger Land, so go fuck yourself.
I need to know.
Before he nods and he's like, fair enough. Before too long, a man appears from the gates and begins to walk towards you. And he introduces himself and says, "Hello, my name is Dimitri. I am the head of this city. Can I help you?"
By head of the city, I'm sure you mean by title, burgomaster. Just
Yes.
we are strangers to this land, and obviously we're still acclimating to the customs.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Z bows and says, I be Dr. Z. This
Melvin Mar.
my friend, Melvin Mar. And the little one be Kopaloo. Captain Kopaloo.
He gives a very curt nod. And
We have been asked to deliver the wine for you to Kresik. You may have heard of us. We are the pest control services. We helped liberate the vineyard, and I believe, some children that we helped to rescue now residents of your city. We heard that we may be able to help you in Kresik.
How's that? I wasn't aware that we needed help.
By delivering this bountiful wine, of course.
Oh, well, yes, but I see that it is here already, so thank you.
Yes, we do, however, have some party members of ours that we sent ahead that we wish to rendezvous with again before we make our way.
Who might that be?
It would be Irina Kolyana and her compatriot and traveling companion Vasily.
Irina, I believe that she is the daughter of... I'm going to say his name is Kolyan. No, that's probably not it. What the fuck was his name?
Was Kolyana.
Kolyan, yeah.
Kolyana Idirovich.
Idirovich.
Indirovich.
Yeah.
Yes, the burgomaster of the township of Barovia.
Yeah.
Yes.
He nods and he's like, I'm sorry, I was not aware that anyone has entered the gates in a number of weeks.
That's unsettling. Well, regardless, I believe the children that we managed to.
Oh yes. Sorry. My apologies. Besides the number of children that appeared yesterday.
Fair. Those children are currently, I believe, being under the care of Isabella and Valentine Ulbrich.
Yes.
And as we were the ones that...
Those two wanted kids for quite some time and were unable to do so.
Well,
and now they find themselves with too many kids.
Well, as we were the ones that liberated those children from captivity, however, we're not the ones that were able to deliver them to safety. We just wish to have moments of conversation with the family that's going to be caring for them.
I feel some responsibility to
I need to see Rohan.
make sure that they be okay.
Yes, exactly.
I need to see Rohan.
Do you expect to spend much time in my city?
We expect to spend as much time as you will allow us. We do not wish to cause trouble or a ruckus, and we will not outlive our welcome. We just wish to convene with our friends and perhaps discover the whereabouts of our traveling companions who apparently, you say, have not yet arrived.
I must admit, I am a bit weary, as I have heard that Volaki was besieged by a small group of individuals and left it in just ruins in form of leadership. Like the city is like they have the group killed a number of people, including the burgomaster. And
surely, as burgomaster, you do not believe in rumors.
We have absolutely heard these rumors ourselves.
I believe in
We have heard these rumors ourselves, yes. The news travels quite quickly.
I believe in keeping my gates shut.
As you should.
I believe that rumors can be as they may.
As you should. You obviously have a fantastic protective barrier on the city, and you should never allow any unsavory folk to enter these borders. Anyone that you feel it could be a threat should never enter your city, considering what we've already experienced in this land.
Yes, we are besieged by many werewolves on a normal basis, and their kind. He spits on the ground. Vile creatures.
We happen to have rescued those children from the den of werewolves.
And you have destroyed them, truly.
We've bested them and come out victorious in our mission to rescue these children from the den. We simply wish to ensure that, one, none of them were injured, as we didn't have much time with them before they were brought here, and two, that they're being cared for properly and appropriately. I hope that...
Very well. You may enter my city upon one condition. 2 conditions. Mm-hmm. The first, you leave within 48 hours. 2, we search you for any bite or claw marks.
That's more than fair.
These are non-negotiable, and should I find that you break either of these rules or harm the safety of my city, I will have you put to death immediately, and that will be the end of that.
It's more than fair.
Very well.
Okay, man. If this is what you need, we do
You.
this thing.
Little one. You haven't said anything.
I already said what I wanted to say. I want to see Rowan.
Very well. He whistles and waves, and the gate opens. And he says, "My men will take care of the cart. I thank you again for delivering. This was much needed. And I will let you go about your business after being searched."
I hope that our presence doesn't cause any inconvenience for you and your fine city, your fine township.
Please, Mama.
I believe that
If
I will
we
be able
can
to answer
be
that
of
in 48
any
hours.
service, if we can be of any service to you, just let us know.
Yeah, once again, our name is Pest Control Services. So if you have...
The only pests that are here are you.
That's not very nice.
Very well. And I extend my hand to potentially shake his.
He just turns on his heel and snaps, and a man runs out to grab the cart, and he walks away.
This guy's a dick.
It's kind of a dick, huh? Thank you!
Nothing.
Nothing.
Can I roll a history check to see if I recognize the name, the name Dimitri as someone who has been in Krezk in power for very long?
His last name is Krezkov.
Never mind. Dimitri Krezkov.
Z just kind of puts his hand down there, the dagger, just lifts it enough to like prick his finger a little bit, and then wants to see if this guy's got a soul.
He does. Melvin Marr, you know that this man's ancestors built this city. Literally.
It's not a very big city.
It's not a very big city.
More like a town, maybe a village? Village?
Yeah.
Walled village?
It's probably
All right.
the safest place that you've seen, besides the Mage Tower, though. Well, from the outside.
Mm.
Thanks,
All right, let's get
DM.
in there. Let's do
What's
it.
going up at the top though? Like the wall does not go all the way around.
So the black triangles are elevation.
Yeah.
So that is going up approximately
More like this
6.
spot here and this spot.
Yeah, this is
It's
what I'm saying.
impossibly steep cliffs.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So you see as you step in. I can skip on that. The mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch beyond stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as to constitute a forest. To the northeast, gray cliffs rise sharply, and the road winds up to the abbey is easy to see from this vantage.
So I'm assuming this is the abbey.
Yep. And this is like a really steep switchback.
Right. Gotcha.
And essentially it's a forest on the inside of the walls, and you see little smatterings of tiny cottages kind of throughout the trees. It's kind of a cool little vibe, actually.
I'm assuming we're being searched by guards as we come in.
That is up to you.
I thought that was up to the burgomaster.
I mean, that was one of his terms. Whether or not how much I don't really expect full compliance from this group. I wasn't just gonna.
No. I'm gonna comply.
Okay.
Yeah, I just plan on talking to them.
Okay. Yeah. So they kind of usher you off into like a guard shack. You don't see much beyond a few chairs and kind of like sconces with candles around it. And,
I would prefer this inspection to happen in the other doors if that's all right with you, gentlemen.
Yeah. What?
I would prefer this inspection to take place outside.
Oh.
Just it's a matter of personal preference. I'm a bit claustrophobic. This seems a little enclosed. I just prefer to be outside. If that's okay with you.
Sure. Is that everyone's wishes?
He does not mind.
Yeah,
It's
alright.
only natural.
Yeah. So they bring you out back in the glade of trees
For me,
and say, "All right, strip down. You just take a second."
all right. I get naked.
Cool.
Take long. I'm only wearing robes.
Both of you,
Big old
both the
steely
others
dong.
comply.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Nobody was bitten.
I'm still wet, by the way, from being
I just
water
assume
creature.
you're always wet.
Yeah.
Nobody was bitten. Nobody has claw marks really to speak of. So, yep. They're like, all right, you're good to go.
Cool. Could you possibly point us to the abode of Valentine and Isabella Ulbrich?
They point to the west, like over here.
Cool. Fantastic. Thank you, sirs. I put my robes back on and head that way.
Mm-hmm. As you're walking down
Z
the,
is just standing proud with just his bone necklace on.
I got a big old
they stop
skinny
you.
dog.
They stop you about 10 feet in, and they're like, "Sir, put on your clothes."
Okay, man.
As you kind of follow the
Apparently it's not a nudist colony.
this this path road to the northwest, you see a small pool here as you turn the corner near the house. Even under gray skies, this pool at the north end of the village shimmers and sparkles. Near its shore sits an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden structure of a mournful, bare-chested man its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced.
Say that again.
There's a shiny and sparkly pool. There's a gazebo that looks like it's about to fall apart, and there is a wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man. It's paint chipped and faded, standing in the gazebo with its arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced.
Does it somewhat resemble the guy that just came out the gate?
Can I make a history check?
You are not close to it. So you can see those shapes and you can see what it is, but you do not see any. Like, if you get closer, you can do that.
So sorry. On the can you like? So we're here, yeah.
Right. So no, you are here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was way off. Okay.
And so where's the statue? The
Up here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Did we see the statue that we commissioned to be built anywhere along our trip?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking that way.
Okay. Do you guys follow?
No, I'm gonna stay by. I'm gonna talk to the old bricks.
Okay. I will drop
I'll join
Coco
them after.
down.
I am interested, but I have priorities.
Z, what are you doing?
I just nodded at Melvin and kind of point in the direction of Copo as
liability.
and start to follow Copo.
All right. So we'll do Melvin Mar first. Melvin Mar.
Sorry, is this the house that the kids are at? That is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Rowan while I'm outside before I go.
You hear like a glass shatter on the inside of the house, and you hear running around, and then all of a sudden the door opens, and you see like a little kid like peering out,
Rowan!
and he like runs out and gives you a hug.
Sweet.
Z holds out his fist and for a fist bump.
He does.
I kind of like.
He seems good.
I kind of like pat him on the head a little bit. You're like,
He seems much more comfortable than he was.
Does he look like he's been getting sleep?
Debatable.
Well, I told him to sleep during the day,
Yeah.
not nighttime.
So I mean, he has, but I mean, it's only been 12 hours. So
Yeah.
He still looks haggard a bit, but
Are you guys still gonna go and check out
Oh
the
yeah,
pool?
I'm gonna ask him if he's explored this town yet, and then.
no, they haven't let me.
Oh, dude, let's go. We're gonna go see the pond over there.
And you hear like a, and you see a woman standing at the doorway.
Stefano, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna go to the pond up there. We'll be back.
That's, well, I mean, you're taking someone's kid.
That's not someone's kid.
Yeah, well, now it is.
No, Rowan's not someone's kid. He's his own kid.
Topo, how about you leave him here so I can have a chat with him before we bring him over?
No.
All right, well then you gotta stay here. You got no choice.
Devian promised me that he would be fine here, and then when I come here, I could pick him up, so, and that's what I'm doing.
You see the DM.
Oh, there's a coyote from my house. 1 sec, I'll be right back. I gotta go scare the coyote off.
Okay, so while he's off scaring away coyotes, I grab the kid and I put him back into the arms of Isabella, who I assume is Isabella.
Mm-hmm. And she says, "Can I help you?"
Farhad's dog has made my dog start to woof. He's going woof, woof.
I assume that you are the three that
Liberated.
yes, like helped the children.
Yes. That's
We were told you may be coming.
Well, it's lovely to meet you.
And you as well. Can you?
Mrs. Obrick. May we come in?
Yes,
Or
yes,
may I
please.
come in?
No, you can all come in. That's fine.
Thank you.
It's not like you're trying to steal children away.
Ha! Far from it.
It was a black bear, not a coyote.
Jesus, where the fuck do you live?
In all the woods.
Apparently.
Your dog was making mine bark. he heard the wolfing and
Oh yeah. Especially that wolfing. That's like a definite like back away, buddy.
Yeah, by the way, I scooped Rowan up and gave him back to Isabella. And,
I will slap you if you try to grab him.
Sorry, it's too late. It's done.
I will pull out my silver sword as soon as you try to grab him.
All right.
I'm not even kidding.
You're gonna have to pull out your silver sword.
I pull out my silver sword as soon as you grab him.
Well, it
No.
was done a moment ago, but
It's fine.
No.
I'll let it happen.
okay. Copo,
No,
you gotta chill, man.
I am chill. You're the one that's trying to steal Rowan. That's not okay.
Copo, look at who.
I just walk away. I start walking towards the pond.
See ya, Copo.
Z, do you fall?
So Kopo's going.
I'm going the same direction towards the water.
What happened to our
yeah,
fun
I'll
pirate
follow.
talk?
I'll,
All right, fine.
Don't forget, last time I
Wait,
trusted you with
Pokemon.
something, you broke it. I'm not trusting you with a kid.
I'm not gonna break the kid.
That's what you said about the staff.
The stuff was evil.
Z can't contain his small little pops of laughter. By the way, He's, like he finds this whole scenario hilarious.
And she kind of looks
Melvin Marr finds this whole situation hugely frustrating.
and sees
It is Stefana, right? Like just to make sure we're.
Isabella.
But Stefana was the one that took the kids.
Yep. She took the kids there.
Okay.
And dropped them off at the family.
Okay.
What's the little guy's name?
Rowan.
Rowan.
Rowan. Right. Lord of the Rings.
Remember? It was Timmy, and then you changed it to
yeah.
Rowan.
Yeah. Rowan is going with you.
Ah,
He
yeah.
runs off after you.
Man, is that okay?
I sort of look back and say, it's okay. I look after them. I bring him back.
Great. The scary witch doctor voodoo dude is going to look after a small child. Okay. All right.
Well, you have one too many now, right?
And she yells, and her husband comes out, and she's like, I will be joining you then.
Okay. Please do. My name, Dr.
Fine, Kobo,
Z.
you got your fucking way again. Oh, shit. You got your freaking way again.
And you can hear all the kids inside just start saying, fucking, 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 fucking.
Shit. Shoot. I mean, damn. I mean,
I just stop midway. I just give you a glare.
I like give him a finger.
So her husband like comes out and like sees you doing that. He's like, can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. It's been a long day of travel. We just managed to deliver, make a delivery of wine.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. I've heard that this township's been aching for it for a little while.
Yes.
But I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Melvin Marr. My compatriots that are running down to your pond there. The one that looks like a strange witch doctor, that's Dr. Z. And the little wet one, that's Copo. He's apparently taken a shining to your boy Rowan. I believe your wife, Isabella, is going to accompany them, make sure everything's good. But while they're down there, I figured it might be a good time for us to chat if if I could possibly come in.
By all means, please.
Wonderful.
So I'm going to put you guys like there, and you are in there.
Woo! Full of kids.
Yep.
And I'm like, good. Yes.
And they all like sit. No, well, no, hold on. You may have done better than you thought with story time, as about all of them but two sit down at the table, kind of like looking forward to like they're excited to see you.
Oh, all right. Oh, all right.
The shitty one and one of his friends stay back.
Right. Yeah. Figured. What was the shitty one's name again? Mage's Tower. That's where I met him.
Z should have come in. He would have sat down straight away.
Can't remember. All right. Anyway.
Was it?
It was like a,
Let's just call him Chad.
it was like a K or a V or something like that. Started with because you even told her to watch out for him.
Yeah.
No. Let's. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because Bobby was the kid that was from El Trail. And then Adrian and Alveric were Stefan's kid. And then Rowan was, I don't have him. I don't have
Let's
the-
call him Kevin.
Well, let's call him Chad.
Chad. All right. Oh, all right. Well, Chad, you be a tough guy. That's cool. It's nice to see you too.
He says fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. Not bad pronunciation, dude. Right on. You be careful, or I'll cast silence on you, and you'll never be able to speak again. Intimidation check.
Sure.
Shit. Oh no. 22.
Oh my
I think I'm about to
God.
discard this kid for life.
Yeah, he runs away, kind of crying, and he's like, and the husband is like, sir.
Sorry, we had a experience before. Anyway,
You just threatened a child.
I didn't threaten. There was no threat. Anyway,
You just said, don't do something or I'll do this. That is the definition of threaten.
Why is it?
Today,
I don't know how to talk
Vin
my way
learns
out of
what threatening is.
And Melvin are always
Yeah.
getting into trouble.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I apologize.
Please respect the kids or I will ask you to leave.
Totally will. And honestly, it seems like a lot of them have gathered.
What? How can I help
Another
you?
one of my.
You know what? How can I help you?
I think we've got off on the wrong foot. But to get straight to the point, I have a few follow-up, just check-ins. We wanted to make sure that, obviously now we're certain that the young ones are cared for quite well. So that's a big
Yes.
weight off our mind. Thank goodness.
Threatening them is your way of checking in on them?
Oh, well, threatening that one. He was a little. Anyway, the rest of them are great. They enjoyed my story time.
I hope you never
Oh,
have
excellent.
children.
I don't worry, you never will. Look
Oh
at
no,
me.
he didn't.
Second, we believe that our friends at the Wizards of the Winery have commissioned a statuette or a sigil or
Yes.
an item of prayer. I wanted to inquire as to the status of the completion of that charge.
It is nearly done. I work at the local. It's not a carpentry shop because there's just us. Like there are no shops in this town.
Mm.
We barter and trade amongst each other for what we want.
Mm.
But I assist one of the inhabitants of this town who is quite skilled at carpentry, and I believe that she is nearly done
Fantastic.
with your wish.
And what are the plans for delivery?
Did you not say that it needed to be delivered to the tower?
I did, yes, and I'm sure that someone is going to be delivering it.
Yes,
Someone that lives within the city. I'm sure.
Her and I were planning on delivering that.
Okay, fantastic.
So maybe now that you're here yourself, you can take it rather than us leaving the walls. That would be most appreciated.
Well,
and all the kids kind of look at you, like their heads like turn and look at you slowly. You're not going to take away our daddy, are you, mister?
That's a discussion we're going to have once we see the result of that charge. Thirdly, moving on from that, that's fantastic. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'll just interrupt you there. Like I guess you can threaten the children, but please don't. Like that sounds very aggressive. That was a very aggressive phrasing in your way of saying the statue that you commissioned. Like,
well, yeah.
Are you doubting our ability to deliver a wooden statue to you?
I'm sorry, you're fine with him threatening the kids, but don't question your commissions.
You're sending me a lot of mixed signals here. You know.
You are too, to be perfectly honest.
I'm sure that the craftsmanship will be stupendous. I'm looking forward to seeing the final product.
Indeed, it will be. Thank you.
Fantastic. Great. Now, I have been made aware that there hasn't been anyone that has arrived in Crescent for several weeks apart from the children.
That's correct. As far as I know, yes.
Have you, has anyone exited Crescent in that time? Do you
I believe that we had a number of messengers. I'm not myself aware of too many people that have left, but it is entirely possible, yes.
We had sent a few of our companions, our traveling mates, ahead of us to Kresik as the destination before we made our way to the winery, and apparently they didn't arrive. You seem to be, well, I'm sure you've lived here for quite a while, and are more than likely very aware of the dangers on the roads that lead to Kresik. If I were to say that two of my traveling companions had gone missing on the road from, say, the abandoned Mage's Tower to
werewolves.
Kresik, again, the werewolves were dealt with because the werewolves were where we rescued the children from. They were, well, we handled them.
I mean, there are a number of dangers, none that I can think of. All of this land is under Strahd's control, as you, I'm sure, are well aware of. So,
I am.
He himself is known to.
I have a feeling that this Strahd character wasn't involved in the disappearance of our traveling companions, mostly because I know his whereabouts during the time that our companions went missing. As well, one of the two companions, Vasily, is quite a practiced cleric, and would more than likely have had the ability to, at the very least, defend themselves in order to escape. Perhaps not defeat in a fight, but certainly defend himself to some extent. Have you heard the name Vasily before? He would be one of these messengers, would you speak?
I cannot say that I know the name. There are maybe 200 people in Krezik, I'll say. But there are a number of messengers that come and go, he admits, and he kind of says it's possible that he does not reside here, but he does travel to and from quite often. So I'm sorry, I cannot.
I feel like that's probably more the case. Is there anyone in town right now that is one of these messengers? Perhaps the messengers themselves carry some sort of a club or a union, or they would be able to tell us about themselves.
Often, most of them hang out near the burgomaster's house as they are delivering messages to and from the burgomaster. I would probably start there.
Fantastic. That's great information.
And his house is near the gates. It's one of the first main cities. It's a larger house.
Probably one of the ones we were strip search behind. I think I know which one you're speaking of. Yeah. Cool. Have the children slept since they arrived?
We were told that they could only sleep during the day.
It's true that it is likely that for the next little while, until we find a solution to the problem, that daytime will be the best time for them to get rest.
They have slept, yes, during the day, but
Good.
admittedly, this is not how my wife and I imagined having children, much less 8 children of our own that only sleep during the day.
I'd like to give you something that may help. And I pull out my copy of what was that face for? And I whip out my whip. Take a look at this. I pull out my copy.
In a room full of kids.
Sorry, you are in a house full of children.
Yeah.
How do you think kids are made?
I reach into the bag of holding and I pull out my unfinished copy of Abracadabra and all other reasons why you are not exceptional. And I pass it to him and I say, this is unfinished and I will be back for this. But the night that we rescued the children, I was able to read to them from this book, and they did manage to get a night's sleep. I can't guarantee that it will help, but it may, for the moment, give you and your wife a night's rest. Like I say, this is very precious to me, and I hope that you'll treat it with care, for I will be back for it eventually.
Yes, I will.
But I hope it does help. As far as trade in this town, is gold an acceptable currency? It seems that most of you
do have enough outsiders, or we can send messengers to trade our gold, but gold is
less valuable.
Yes.
Fair. Okay. And what do you know of the abbey and the abbot atop the hill?
You can kind of see his demeanor changes a little bit, and he's like, "What would you like to know?"
Well, we were informed that it is traveling here. It's an area of the town that is rather cloaked in mystery. And since we have a mystery on our hands ourselves, they be it our missing companions, I figured it'd be perhaps at least a decent place to start. I would
roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, that I can't do. 13 plus dirty 20.
He nods and he's like, I can tell you a few things. I can tell you that the Abbey of Saint Markovia, Abbey of Saint Markovia, is named after a priest of the Morning Lord who took a stand against the devil Strahd. After a fierce uprising, Markovia and her most loyal followers stormed Castle Ravenloft and were quelched. And no one ever heard from them again. The head of the abbey, known as the abbot, arrived here over a century ago. And he hasn't aged a day. He occasionally visits the Shrine of the White Sun, the pool to the north, but doesn't talk very much to the people of the city. And he demands tribute in the form of wine. So it is good that you have brought the wine.
I'm sorry, what did you say his name was?
The abbot.
That's all you know him as, the abbot?
Yes. I do
Over a
not
century.
know. I do not know him by another name or where he came from. I do suspect that it could be Strahd in disguise.
And more than a century, you say he's been here.
Yes. And the way that the people of Krezk have lived, it's generation after generation in the same household, so the histories of our city are quite easily passed on.
Considering my background, considering the century of existence, would I be able to roll maybe a history check to gather a little info on?
With disadvantage, because I don't think it's really applicable, but we'll see.
We'll see. First one wasn't great. Second one was okay. But the first one. 14. 9 plus 5.
And Kopo and Dr. Z, be ready for what you're about to do. Or if you have any thoughts of what you want to do, just have them ready. Sorry, what did you say?
14.
14? You've heard rumors that there are creatures not vampire related that can live and not age and remain the same form. This could be one of those creatures. You would assume that no humanoid form would be able to last 100 years, and you're not sure about the history of Barovia, that you're not sure of really anything that would tie that together.
Well, I mean, would I jump to the assumption of undead, or?
No, not necessarily. There's a number of creatures, not just undead.
Thank you for allowing me in your home. I hope that the book might get you and your wife a decent night's sleep. I might be back a little later. Perhaps we could take a walk and check in on the construction process of the statuette.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again. I'll leave you to your time. And I walk out.
Cut to Kopo and Dr. Z walking north with a wee child and his now adoptive mother. Yeah, so you guys are walking north towards the pool.
Z is just paying attention to his surroundings, making sure that Coco isn't gonna do anything too, drastic.
Yeah. Sure. Cool.
I'm gonna be telling him pirate stories as we're walking, but
Okay.
but children pirate stories, and just in between it, asking him how the family's treating him, and if
They're really nice to me. Is that a trap?
No, but that's good. If that's what you want. Have you? You don't remember your parents, do you?
Mm-mm.
Did they read you books?
This kid is going to become the most real character of the whole campaign, isn't it?
Hey man, you started this.
Rohan, you little bastard. All right, keep going.
So I'm gonna basically, as we're walking up there, I'm just gonna keep asking him just little bits and pieces of question about what he remembers, the family that's there, any kind of weirdness happening, any how he's been sleeping, blah blah blah.
Now Chad's still a dick, but
Yeah, but he beat himself. That's just funny. But wait, is Chad staying with you guys?
yeah, he came
Man,
along.
Chad was there when Win went in, and I missed it. Oh, dude, bet you that was good. You should check his room. He probably peed himself as Win went in.
So as you get to the pool, both of you make a perception check.
Just meta-wise,
Sure.
I'm gonna slow down enough that Isabella can kind of walk with us.
She is.
Instead of falling behind.
Yep.
21.
What are we rolling?
Perception.
24.
As you get closer, and the mist is still around, and the mist, the higher the abbey, the way the abbey is kind of coming out of the mist, it's very kind of eerie. And as you kind of you're looking at the abbey, and you kind of turn to look at the statue in the gazebo, you both notice something at the same time. That this statue looks very, very familiar.
Like,
it looks like your friend Vasily.
like a new.
No, I'll read you the description of the statue again.
It's old.
A wooden
and
statue
arms
of a
reach.
mournful, bare-chested man. Its paint chipped and faded stands in the gazebo with the arms outstretched as waiting to be embraced.
Isabella, who's that?
That is Saint Martikova, of course.
I just glare at look at Z.
Sorry, no. That is the Morning Lord.
So which is it? Because you seem confused.
It's the Morning Lord.
It's
Yes, this statue and this small shrine were dedicated to the Morning Lords when the city was started many, many years ago, and 400 years ago.
Does he have any? Does he get reincarnated? Like, is there like a? Does he have generations of him that comes around? Like, what?
She kind of looks down at Rohan, and she says, "Perhaps," and she kind of pull to you, like up higher, a little above. She's like, "Come on, like." It's a deity that we all put our faith in.
Hey, Rohan, here. I give him a coin to go toss it in the like. Go, make a wish for a second. Go. Make sure it's a good wish. That's a big coin there.
Okay.
Izzy, we know that thing, right? Like that's definitely Vasily, right?
It'd not be a thing.
Like
Yes.
that statue is Vasily. Like, why is he naked? But that's definitely Vasily, right, dude?
You are. It is so eerily similar. It's you know how Linksy was making the dolls of Irina,
yeah.
and it looked like it was like, oh, it's a striking resemblance. Yeah. This is the same person.
So Isabella, like the person that this isn't new, right? This is old.
Yeah, this is as old as our town is. 400 years. This village was made shortly after Count Strahd's armies ravaged the Barovian valley, and the tyranny started.
Z walks up to the effigy, takes a deep breath, and
he's gonna cut the head off.
Oh god, yeah, right.
No, he kneels before it and he says quietly, in Celestial, "Vasily, if this be you,
And I say in
our
Druidic,
Morning Lord,
Don't cut the head off.
bless my friend Kopo, release him of the curse."
Put the flame blade aside.
Make a religion check.
That's gonna be dirty 20.
As you do that, you hear a noise and you turn and you see Rohan drinking from the pool. And you see a slight blue light kind of overtake him.
I look at Isabella. As I just kind of like
the Kopo.
Rohan,
go
drink
to
from that. And she kind of like says, "Oh, and we're not supposed to drink from that. That's a holy pool."
as I have like a handful in my hand.
You drink it.
Yeah.
You feel your curse go away.
Holy shit. Okay.
Wait, all curses or that specific curse?
That's a good question. Hold, please. Do you have more than one curse?
I do.
Very important for anyone who wants to keep specific curses.
One
curse. Okay.
Like you choose, or it's
Z?
Yeah.
Z.
Yes, Kopulu. What is it, my friend? I saw. I understand. I come. And I make a thank you sign at the statue of Vasily, and then take a small drink from the pool.
Your curse is removed.
Which one?
Is it? Is
There you go.
The curse.
Isabella? Is there a reason why the kids aren't drinking from this so they can sleep at night?
I was not aware that this. We were just told that this is a holy pool.
It be blessed by the morning.
In general, you're not
It
supposed
is
to
a
drink
holy
from
pool.
holy pools. I mean, surely you know that.
Well, no, I don't actually. I'm really bad at these things. I I was about to jump for a swim in there. Like, this is why I wanted to come here, because I've been drying out.
I would prefer you don't jump
Yeah,
in.
I figured now that you're like, we don't even drink from this thing, so thanks. I figured. So yeah, why don't we get? Why are the kids
While
not
this is all
drinking?
going on, I just want to send a really quick message to Z from where I am. I just want to cast message and just let him know. Hey Z, done at the kids' place. I'm gonna go check out the Abbey. When you guys are done, meet me there. And that's it.
Cool.
That's the way I'm using it.
You can reply to that message. It's like,
No,
You can reply to
Z12
this.
in Druidic to couple of Corpo. Melvin, he's going to the Abbey.
Dude, tell him to bring the kids here, and then we'll all go together. Just get him to bring the kids here.
I don't.
Just
I can't tell him to bring the kids here. I
you
can't send him
can
a
message. Just tell him to bring.
I
can.
can't send him a message. I'm a
Wait.
druid, remember?
Isabella.
Just like you.
Wait, you can.
Says, I can bring the kids here. You said your curse is removed.
Dude, yeah, this is awesome. Okay, hold on.
Yes,
Hold on.
I will bring all the kids here.
It would be good if you were to thank the Morning Lord for his blessing. Small gift, and like I'll hand over like 30 normal gold, like they're just gold from, say, perhaps this to buy something appropriate to leave by his feet.
Who are you talking to?
To the lady.
Isabella?
Yeah.
Oh,
Isabella.
she's like, sorry, money is not really the main currency here. We trade for what we want. But I mean, yes, I will of course find a means to do as you wish, especially if it helps the children.
DM, read your message.
I think. Yes. Okay.
As you're having this conversation, you kind of have your back to the statue, and all of a sudden her eyes go wide, looking at you, and you turn around, and the wooden statue has these giant, majestic wings that open up, that are made of water.
I just raise an eyebrow at Kopalu.
Who is clearly channeling a spell right now.
Would have been a smirk on my face.
Her eyes are like wide, and she's like, do you not see this? This is a sign.
My lady, go now, and bring the children.
Yes, of course. And she takes Rohan by the hand, and she's like, come, let's tell the other children. And she runs off with Rohan.
I yell as she goes.
Don't let anything happen to him. I'll come for you.
I think this was unnecessary, Kopalu. But
I know.
I like where your heart is.
Hey man.
I just want to point out that if all these kids drink from the pool, I literally gave away my life's work for nothing. So thanks.
I didn't make you do it, man.
Okay.
So what are you guys gonna do? Are you guys gonna go and
Is she
be
gone?
Like halfway up,
Okay,
halfway
is-
up toward the alley right
Can I make a
Yeah,
perception check to see if anyone's looking? Like, is anyone looking? at us?
Mhm. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Yep. There's definitely people looking outside the cottages, like. Who the fuck is that? I don't know. Get out of here, Martha.
I
Look.
I'll kneel beside
God damn
the
it, Martha.
pool and make a a religious symbol kind of thing, and then I want to scoop a little water up into the into my water flask.
Okay. So you have a flask.
I have a water flask.
For all intents and purposes, add this in as to your inventory as a flask of holy water.
Yeah.
And you can. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So, are you guys going to go meet up with Melvin Marr?
Yes.
Gopo, you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As
So,
okay, go on. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Good.
I was going to say, so as you leave the pool, you begin to walk up the winding switchback, headed to the Abbey, and that is where we're going to fade to black.
I hope that I have a head start on these guys.
You do.
Okay, good.
You do.
Because I got a good plan.
Before we go, Kopelu, you're standing at the pool.
Mm-hmm.
You look up towards the Abbey, and you see a massive garden.
Okay.
Surrounding the buildings of the Abbey.
Do I see anything in those gardens? Like, can I?
No, it's too high up, but you can just tell that there is just foliage and kind of like, I mean, it's just a massive garden kind of surrounding the lot of the Abbey.
Can I? So just as a can I like is it high enough that I can't go in that direction? Like, can I go up?
Well, you'd have to go up the switchback trail that Melvin Marr is going up right now. There's really only one trail. You can try to go up the steep like cliffs and climb, but it would be easier on the road.
Okay.
And faster.
Yeah.
Well, depending.
Well, I was gonna mold earth and then use mold earth to kind of make myself steps on the side of the thing to go up because it's a cantrip.
Why?
I would make you
What
roll.
What's your motivation be to do that? Just because you meta know that I have a head start doesn't give you the reason to shape.
Well, he said
up there
he's
faster.
well, like he said you're going
you
there.
You can
Technically,
clearly
Coco doesn't
see
need to
that
know
the
that.
road.
Sorry,
you can
what?
see that the road goes
Technically,
up
Coco
to.
only knows that
the
we
garden.
should meet Melvin Marr, not that he's halfway up the mountain already.
Well,
so-
no, you said that he's leaving. He's going there.
Yeah.
You said that he's done and he's going.
I mean,
there.
the road
Meet
is
me
such.
there.
The road is such that it's a switchback on the mountain
Okay.
side. Like you could see a small shape walking up the trail. So,
Okay.
and I would make you roll a very hard DC to mold earth out of a mountainside. You can do it,
Okay.
but it's not something that would just. It has to be like loose earth, not
That
like a
sounds
cliff.
like a challenge.
Just if you can say that I'm going to get halfway up the mountain,
I would say 3/4.
3/4. Okay, when I reach that point, I am going to cast Minor Illusion. I'm going to cast Disguise Self, and I'm going to become Vasily.
Okay, hold on. I need to write this down.
Wait, you turn yourself into Vasily?
I disguise self as Vasily.
Fuck, that's cool. Does my infinite water thing is it just like water comes out?
like if I like I can't pour anything into this thing, like into the canister?
No, it's just bewitched with normal water.
Okay. Okay, just before we end this session though, I want to shove my head, be as inconspicuous as I can. I shove my head into the water and see if I see anything in the water.
You know what I just realized, though? I would have no reason to turn into Vasily because I wasn't at the pond and I never saw the statues. So I'm going to take that back.
Okay.
As much as that was my plan, unfortunately, meta, I have no way of knowing that was worthwhile to do. So
That's pretty fair.
I still have a head start.
No, you just see you get the feeling that it is a beautiful and blessed pool of water.
Yeah. So there's nothing.
There's really nothing in it. No.
Okay.
And we're gonna fade there.
Cool.
Excellent.
So, dude, just as a side note thing, so the statue sits on the side of the water, not.
It's within the gazebo. On this,
Okay.
pretty
It's
much
on a
on
platform
the water.
on
This
the water.
this is the gazebo, like right here, right?
No, I don't think that. I don't know if they necessarily have it on the map.
Is it here, like something like this thing?
Yeah, I think it would be like right on the water.
Okay, so it's not on. It's not sitting on the water though, yeah.
Like very, very near the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
Stupid thing right here.
Yep. All right.
Dope.
Excellent. Well done, gentlemen.
Sweet.
Well, if you guys decide to play tomorrow, shoot me a message.
Cool.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, Internet.